Run it back, nation. Sixers sickos. What is good? Absolute sicko behavior. We are entering sicko land. We are entering sicko land, which is the land full of only sickos, man. Only Sixers sickos is what's about to happen for the rest of this season. All the fair weather fans are gone because this is not fun. You know, people like to do fun things. People like to be a part of fun things. I remember in 2011 when Michael Carter Williams' first game was a 20-point triple-double, there was random women on Twitter tweeting hashtag Sixers Nation that I'd never seen talk about the Sixers before in my life because it was fun for a time. And then we realized that he wasn't good. But we're about to be back in the... It's not fun. Nobody's going to be here that isn't completely addicted to this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're getting into. Yeah. This is not easy to do, by the way. Thank you for being in here. 92 of you are here already. Hit the like button for us even being here. All right, give us 92. Close out the chat and hit the like button. For us even continuing to do this. This is not easy to do. It sucks really bad because our season has been completely derailed. Our season has been completely derailed. You know, we were on such a high at the beginning of the season. Views were through the roof. It was so much fun starting the season 8-0, 8-1, 10-1, and talking shit on the Clippers. It was a lot of fun. I don't regret it. I'm not taking it back. But we're always surprised, by the way, when Philly teams completely implode. We're always shocked. How are we still shocked? This is what happens. How do we not see this coming every year? How do we not just know for a fact we're about to be here? A desolate, just desert. With nothing positive. Tumbleweed rolls by. There's a mirage of Daryl Morey asleep on his couch. How do we not just know that we're about to be here? But I don't want this all to be totally negative. So I'll try to make it fun for you guys. You know, you're here. But I'm sure you're all just as frustrated as I am. So just please be active in the chat. If you want to call the Discord, if you have thoughts on what the Sixers are doing, what they look like right now, what you think they should do, if there's any hope for the remainder of this season, please. Discord is pinned at the top. I'm going to need your help on these episodes because I don't have much to say. Okay? And shout out to everybody in here. Obviously, the easiest way for you to get your comment read on the screen is to super chat or be a member of the channel. Shout out to the members that I already see in here. DFJ Hoops, Ant C. Yeah, I think that's the only two I see right now. Okay, let's just do the damn show, all right? Listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. 144 sickos in here. The Sixers lose to the Dallas Mavericks 118-102. And first of all, it's hard to pay attention at this point. You know, Joel Embiid's injured. We're not going to know. We're not going to really know anything until they do the surgery and the doctors and everybody tells the public how bad the meniscus was and what they had to do and how and when he's going to come back. If he's not going to come back, we might as well sit here on these post-game shows and play cards because this team without Joel Embiid, for the 8th season in a row, Joel Embiid's the MVP every year. Let's start there. Joel Embiid is the most valuable player every season. Because every season, he covers up so many deficiencies on this team. That people don't understand that. Joel Embiid is so good when he's healthy on both sides of the floor that you can have a lottery roster. And you're a freaking championship contender with Joel Embiid on your team. Because without him, look at this roster. Look at this roster. And don't give me the everybody's hurt excuse. Everybody's hurt because they're all 40 years old. It was fun. The beginning of the season with Batum and Covington after the Harden trade and, Pat Bev from time to time. It was fun. They're old. They're going to continue to be sick, injured, tight hamstring, lower back, whatever. They're old. Anyway, the Sixers lose 118-102. They were winning the whole game too, which really is annoying because I thought, okay, we're about to enter this era of can we win a game, right? Without Maxey dropping 51, can we win a game, right? We could beat the Mavs, right? The Mavs are trash, bro. The Mavs are fucking dookie buns. They suck. They let Jalen Brunson walk for nothing. They can't put anything around Luka Doncic every year. They trade for Kyrie Irving. They have a losing record, bro. They're not good. And we're winning the whole game, and we can't just hold on and win one? Everybody disappears in the fourth? Everybody disappeared in the fourth. Everybody. Maxey, Tobias, everybody. Everybody disappeared in the fourth. And the Mavs ran away with it. And then, we were down by 16 or 17. And then Nick Nurse threw in the white towel. I thought Maxey was aggressive at times. There was a period of time where he had 3 or 4 really nice takes to the rim, man. Nice finishes through contact. Then they get him with a charge in the third quarter or something that I thought wasn't a charge. He had 3 fouls in the first quarter, which was annoying because some of them were questionable. Every time Nick Nurse challenges a call, we lose it. It doesn't matter where it is, who it is, what team it's against. The Sixers never win a challenge. I haven't seen one. You tell me if we've won one. I haven't seen one. But, I think, I don't know how to call it, but I guess at least the Dallas Mavericks had a strategy. All right, let's take the ball out of Maxey's hands. Let's start flashing around screens. Let's start doubling. He's the only scorer on this team. Tobias should be a second scorer, and he is. He had some runs in the game. He had some nice moments. He started out the game decent. But all you got to do with this team, attack Tyrese Maxey. Make him pass the ball. Because who's he passing to? Kelly Oubre came back down to earth again. Kelly Oubre had a nice start. I think he had 9 or 10 points in the first quarter. Back down to earth real quick. Real quick. So I guess that's what they did. The Sixers' perimeter defense was just god-awful. Just embarrassingly bad. The rotations are bad. The players give little effort. They're slow. Tobias Harris. People that don't really watch every game, they can give me Tobias Harris's points per game, and they can say, yeah, he averages 16.5 points per game, bro. He's not the problem. When you really watch games, you really see the things that he does on the floor defensively. It's really bad. Kelly Oubre. I can't be mad at Kelly Oubre because that's who Kelly Oubre is. He's not expected to be some genius basketball IQ guy. He's just an athletic, slashing finisher who probably shouldn't be on the floor for too long, or you're going to see kind of why he was hanging around and got a veteran minimum, right? So it's not like I expect something amazing out of Kelly Oubre and then I'm going to trash him, right? But him and Tobias Harris together 2 times in the fourth quarter, twice in the fourth quarter, these 2 idiots switched off of Luka Doncic to double team Grant Williams. Every time you cut it to 5, one of these morons did another moronic thing. I watched Kelly Oubre double team Grant Williams in the paint, and left Luka Doncic wide open for 3. And then towards the end of the fourth quarter, Luka has the ball. Tobias is on him. Luka Doncic, the guy who just scored 70 a couple weeks ago, fakes a pass to Grant Williams, who isn't a terrible shooter, but it's Luka Doncic. All he did was fake the pass to Grant Williams, and Tobias ran to Grant Williams and left Luka wide open, and he shot it. I mean, what? What are we doing? I don't expect you guys to be good without Joel Embiid. But this was horrendous. You're winning the whole game, and the way that they collapsed in the fourth quarter was horrendous. All right. And now you go over to Paul Reed and Mo Bamba. Again, I don't know how Paul Reed has ended up here. I don't know how he got here. I don't know how he landed here. I don't know how he got worse. But just 2 years ago, we were screaming to put Paul Reed on the floor as the backup center. He had a block on Giannis Antetokounmpo and stood over him. And now I'm seeing every player under the sun just do layups in Paul Reed's face. Nice rebounder, nice energy guy. He can't guard the rim. I don't know why. I mean, Josh Green, layup. Jaden Hardy, layup. Luka Doncic, super slow-mo Euro, dude. So slow-mo, if they played the highlight in slow-mo, it would be frozen. That was fire. Slow motion Euro. Layup over Paul Reed. Mo Bamba can't guard the rim. Too slow. Too weak. Had a couple plays where he got an offensive rebound or something, but this roster is bad. Joel Embiid covered up all of the deficiencies. I'm a little bit sick. I apologize. I was choking on my own phlegm this morning, so my voice keeps giving out. I'm sick like the Sixers team is sick. That too. We have the plague. I thought COVID was 2020. Sixers players are still all sick. Everybody, illness. Shut it down, bro. Give everybody an illness. Put the G League in. Let's tank the rest of the season. We won't know until we really find out, what's going on with Joel, what the injury, how bad the meniscus was, and when the timetable is for his return. Let's see. What I'll go through so whatever notes I wrote down. Again, I was having a hard time carrying, but I do it for you guys. There's 245 of you in here. I do it for you guys, man. So thanks for being here. Thanks for coming through the playback. We had like 60 people in there. Absolute sickos. Marcus Morris was getting some buckets in the second quarter. That's not something you can rely on. As you see, he disappeared. Jaden Springer was playing some pretty good defense in the first half, putting the clamps on Luka, had a couple steals in a row, putting the clamps on Kyrie. Then Kyrie just started to be Kyrie and it's Kyrie Irving. Jaden had 2 plays where he played perfect defense on him, hand in a face, and Kyrie just did some Kyrie things, hit some really tough mid-range jumpers in his grill. Third quarter was when Maxey was attacking the rim a lot, got a couple and ones, was being physical, had a nice up and under finish, had a Euro left, right hand, right, left hand. He has everything in his bag. But they shut him down in the fourth. I'll really have to rewatch the fourth quarter to know exactly what happened, because it was just you blink and you're down 20. They don't have any shooters on the squad. Somebody in the playback stream said Tyrese Maxey should be able to do with this team what Ben Simmons did at the end of that season when Joel was out. And I said that team was built by Brian Colangelo. Say what you want. That's an experienced GM who comes from a line of experienced GMs, and he did smart things with the roster. He said, we need shooters around Ben Simmons, and guess what he did? He put shooters around Ben Simmons. And even when they had shooters, he went out and got more shooters. He traded Jeremy Grant for Ersan Ilyasova. He said shooters, shooters, shooters. Ben Simmons was running down the floor, passing the ball to Marco Bellinelli, JJ Redick, Ersan Ilyasova, Dario Saric, whoever else was out there. Who are the shooters on this team? Who's the shooters, bro? Daryl Morey went the whole offseason refusing to trade James Harden, hoping he could get him back. And he did nothing to put any shooters on this team. He did nothing to put a backup center on this team besides Mo Bamba, who nobody wanted. He didn't have many assets to work with because he got rid of the assets to get James Harden. You know, I'll give Daryl Morey the benefit of the doubt in the beginning of his tenure here. He came here and had to fix a lot of issues. Then he created more because of his obsession with James Harden. So he had to wait to trade James Harden to get any assets in return, and he got some assets in return too little too late. Didn't put any. Who are the shooters, bro? There's just, it's bleak right now. And this roster is clearly, its deficiencies are under the microscope without Joel Embiid on the floor. Mr. Rudy, thanks for the super chat, my man. 284 people in here. We're sickos. We can't help it. Hit the like button just for being a Sixer sicko and being here. I love you all. Joel's injury might have finally forced our hand. Offload vets and collect picks. It's a wings league. Rebuild this team with 6'8", 10 wings. I would love for that to happen. I don't know about. Are you saying trade Embiid here? Offload vets and collect picks? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying trade Joel Embiid? Because if you're not getting picks for anybody else. Who are you getting picks for? You know? All these guys on the roster are vet minimum dudes, basically. They're not even, they're 1 foot out of the league. You know? If you're saying trade Joel, I don't know, man. Because, you know, somebody said the Oklahoma City Thunder would throw a bunch of picks at you for Joel Embiid. I'm just being honest when I say this. If I'm a team that's where the Thunder are, with a bunch of dudes under 25, and I got 27 first-round picks, and I'm a contender in the West with an MVP candidate on my team, am I trading for a guy who's an MVP, but he's never healthy for the playoffs? Am I trading for a guy that's hurt 7 out of 8 years? I don't think I am. I don't think I am, man. I think there was something else I wanted to say. I don't know. Well, fourth quarter, everybody was making layups over Paul Reed. The Sixers double-team Grant Williams twice and left Luka wide open. We were running a 1-3-1 zone, which is weird. I don't know. We couldn't stop anybody from penetrating, so we switched to a zone and dared them to shoot threes, and they did. Josh Green went super saiyan on us, you know. Just that there's that random player that goes off against us and turns into a superstar. Tobias did the same thing. Ricky Council comes in. Daryl throws in the white flag. Ricky Council comes in. Turk Smith comes in and hits a three right away. I do want to say this before I'm done with my take on this game. Ricky Council is better than a lot of players on this team. I said this the last time I saw him play. Ricky Council is one of those dudes that's an NBA player. He looks like an NBA player. He has skills. He has size and skills. I see him driving to the rim under control, finishing through contact, making moves, being aggressive, being confident. And then I see guys like Daniel House Jr., who sometimes looks okay, but sometimes does a step back and his form is so wonky and his feet are not where they're supposed to be. And you never know what you're going to get. He might make it. He might shoot it off the top of the backboard, right? I see KJ Martin in the game, can't play basketball whatsoever. I see Furkan Korkmaz out there. Jaden Springer, no offensive game. Had a couple plays here and there in this game. Yeah, but I'm not going to go crazy. Ricky Council's better at basketball than a lot of these dudes. Why is he still coming off the end of the bench, especially where we're sitting at right now with DeAnthony Melton out and all these guys still out? Why is Ricky Council not just, bro, you don't stand a chance anyway. Put him in the rotation, please. That's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that. Yeah, there's a couple of psychos chilling in the Discord. Want to call the show? Let's go ahead and take some calls, man. Maybe you guys can make me feel, I don't know if you're going to make me feel better or worse, but we're about to find out. Aussie King of Spades is in the Discord live from Australia. What's going on, man? You, Aussie King of Spades. Aussie. Where you at, bro? Let's try somebody else here, man. Feezy468. Feezy468 in the Discord. Yo, Feezy.
Hello?
Yo, Feezy, what's going on, man? Feezy, Fizi? I don't know, man. What's up?
Yeah, it's Fissy, yeah.
Fissy, what's going on, man? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Houston.
Houston, Texas. Shout out to you. What's up, man? What you got?
So I'll just make some quick points about the game, then I have a hot take about Embiid's injury that I don't think has been mentioned before.
Let's do it, bro.
All right. So I think you made a fantastic point about Ricky Council not playing. Like, yes, he's absolutely way better than Korkmaz, KJ Martin, those kinds of players. And he's so good in those garbage time minutes that I don't get why he's not actually in the rotation.
Right.
When you have a player like KJ Martin, Furkan Korkmaz, they're not doing anything,
Yeah, and the Mavs, they still had their starters out there, so it's not like Council was taking on some scrubs. He was going at, like, he hit Norman Powell, or not Norman Powell, what's his name? Big dude, Powell with the rec specs. He hit him with a nice Euro step, take to the rim. I'm like, this kid can ball, man. Put him on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he should actually get some minutes. And then, like, I don't get what Nick Nurse will be worried about. Like, your season is already kind of over. Like, and like your players on the floor, they're not even doing that much. Like, just put him on, see what he can do.
Yeah, right. We'll see. We'll see if he switches it up and starts to give younger guys an opportunity. Yeah. But Raptors fans did tell me that he's a lot like Doc Rivers in that regard, where he won't play young guys, and he likes his set rotations. But we'll see.
Yeah, I hope he like changes that.
We'll see, man.
I also want to say I feel like Jaden Springer is improving. Like, I get he's still not really the best at playing basketball. We also can't forget he scored 40 points in the G League finals. Mm-hmm. So it's not like his basketball skills are non-existent.
Yep.
I feel like
he had 41 he had 41 in the game that got him into the finals, and he had 7 threes in that game. I remember watching it. And so it always does confuse me why, he can't do that on an NBA level.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's more of like a mental thing. Like, he's still trying to adjust to the NBA, and then maybe as he plays more, as he gets more experience and more confident, then he will actually be a good player where we can he could either be a good component to the team, or we could just trade him for something better to help the team.
I think it's a confidence thing, bro, because you can see him looking skittish and scared when he gets on the floor sometimes. He looked a lot more confident in this game. What else you got?
But he is also really good defensively.
Yeah, he was really good in this game defensively. He was.
Okay, so about my Joel Embiid take, I feel like he's not as injury prone as we think he is, and let me tell you why. So I'm not saying he's not injury prone, absolutely not, because I get it, he's the way he plays, and he's 7'2", 270. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, of course you're gonna pick up injuries. But the thing is, I feel like Joel Embiid, he has to be the most mismanaged star, like superstar in the NBA ever.
You think so?
Yeah, because his play style, like, you couldn't even fit a roster around him, or like you had the way the Sixers won games this season, Joel Embiid had to score at least 35 points. Like, of course he's gonna get injured. Like, some games he had to score 40 or 50 or even 70 points for us to win the game.
Oh yeah.
Like 90% of this offense relies on Joel Embiid and revolves around Joel Embiid, and the way he plays and just the amount of production that is around that. How do I say this? Just the amount he plays, the amount of minutes he plays, and like the.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, man.
No, his usage rate.
No, you get what I mean, right?
I know exactly what you're trying to say. Yeah, the whole he's everything, and his usage rate, and they've failed to build a roster around him that can help him out. That he can have a game, he can have a night where he doesn't score,
that's what I'm saying.
25. and somebody else goes off for 30 or 35 or something. Maxey does here and there, and Tobias has had a couple games, whatever. But yeah, they failed to build a strong roster around him, and he absolutely has had to carry the entire team, offensively and defensively, every single night, and he ends up hurt. So yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. It's
yeah. So like if he goes to a team like say the New York Knicks or the Miami Heat, where there are actually players that like I can actually help him, where instead of being 90% of the offense, he can be maybe 60 to 70% of the offense. See, Nikola Jokic, he has somewhat of a similar play style, but you know why he doesn't get hurt? Because he has Michael Porter Jr. on his team. He has Jamal Murray on his team. He has Aaron Gordon on his team. Sometimes he doesn't even have to do anything. He can just do a behind the back pass to Aaron Gordon in the dunker spot, and that's it, easy 2 points. Joel Embiid has to like do all these spin moves, fadeaway jump shot. Like if you do that 400,000 times a game, then you are going to get hurt.
I feel you, Feezy. Hey, I like the point, man. Thanks for calling the show, man. I appreciate you. Feezy, everybody. Thanks for calling the show. Look, Luka and Jokic, in the same breath, but Jokic doesn't get hurt because he doesn't play the game above the rim. He doesn't play the game with any type of athleticism, and it works to his advantage. He stays on the ground. He's very methodical and slow with what he decides to do, and he's one of the best, maybe the best passing center, probably the best passing center we've ever seen. But yeah, he has a good team around him. They built the system around him, and the idea is that you want Maxey to be Jamal Murray. You want Tobias to be Michael Porter Jr. You want Paul Reed to be Aaron Gordon. The roster's not as good as the Mavericks or the Nuggets roster. But you're right. They've not built a good team around Joel Embiid for many years, and that's why every time he's hurt, they absolutely suck, because he's done everything. He's carried the entire team every year. Mr. Rudy's starting to get sick of this narrative. Can we stop blaming everyone else for Joel's injuries? Trade him before we get 5 seconds like Bradley Beal. Bro, I'm telling you, you might get 5 seconds right now. And when he first got hurt, before the meniscus thing came out, before everybody knew it was a meniscus, I was ranting and raving about this guy being hurt again, and I'm sick of it, and I'm done. And I got so much hate in the comments because of that. Because people are like, you don't trade your best player. He's never healthy, bro. Congrats on having the best player for half of a season every year. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of it. I don't blame Joel. He's just a big guy that moves like a guard, and he's never going to be healthy. His knees and his ankles are never going to hold up and handle that load, bro. It just is what it is, man. Mr. Hoover is on the line. Mr. Hoover! I'm going to try to keep you guys kind of quick, like 2 minutes on the calls, all right? What's up, Mr. Hoover?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Doing good, man. I mean, in life, I'm doing good. In the Sixers world, I'm doing terrible. What's going on?
Yeah, Sixer life sucks right now. So game, I put something in the Discord today, and I want to run it by you. I'm starting to think that a lot of what their Sixers are doing is they're playing all these guys off the bench because they're trying to figure out a way to see who is tradable and what value they could possibly get. But they will not make a move until they do Joel Embiid surgery now.
Yeah, absolutely. Daryl Morey needs to know what Joel Embiid's timeline is for him to decide if he wants to make a move on Thursday or not. Because if he's out for the season, it's over. There's no reason to exhaust any assets to bring anything in here, because your season's over without Joel Embiid. A lot of people think that, you should make a move to try to survive. Listen, turning a first-round exit team into a second-round exit team by adding DeJounte Murray isn't really helping you that much. You need Joel Embiid, so they're going to make the decision based on him, yeah.
Well, if anything, I mean, you think about this. If Joel Embiid is done for the season, you're absolutely right. We should not make a move, because at that point, you'll win like a few more games, and then you get maybe into the play-in tournament, 7th, 8th seed. You're not going to win a chip with that.
No, That's
That's dog duty.
Right. I know the fans want it because they want to be entertained, but if you don't feel like you can win a championship, you're not going to give up assets to add anything to the team.
And then also, here's the thing. It's good to go to the playoffs or anything, but if you're your best case, well, I want to see my Sixers play in the second round or the first round. I mean, there's no point, respectfully, there's no point to that, because think about this. Okay, if you're going to go to the 7th, 8th seed, you're going to lose.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, well, hold on. I just thought about something. Wouldn't it be funny if we actually play the Bucks in the first round and we beat the Bucks?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that's going to suck, actually, is that if Joel doesn't come back for the first round and you play the Bucks, you're going to lose. And then not only did we trade James Harden and the Clippers are better, we fired Doc Rivers and he beat us in the first round.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty bad day. But hey, you know what? It all depends on what's going on with Joel Embiid, because if he's not going to go for the rest of the season, there's no point in trading assets. You know, I mean, if anything, now we have to think about if he's done for the year and we're done, okay, where are we going to sign free agency in this offseason? We're going to have a bunch of cap space, but who's available and who wants to play?
Yeah. I don't know. I know that paying Tobias Harris $40 million a year has hindered you for a long time, because you end up with vet minimum guys because you don't have the flexibility to at least sign a bunch of $15 million type of players. You know what I mean? Like the Malcolm Brogdons and things, although he gets paid probably more than that. But just you haven't been able to fill out the roster because it's too top heavy.
Malcolm Brogdon gets paid around like $22 million a year. And when I did like a trade, I put all the guys we want to, no disrespect, get rid of: House, Korkmaz, some other guys in there. And I got back Caruso, Drummond, and DeRozan. However, the Bulls had like a -13 win, but no disrespect to the Bulls, you're not going to go anywhere. If anything, this season's a wash for you. It's just not going to get her done.
It is. It is. It's a wash for us too, though, man. You got anything else for me, bro?
Nope, that's about it for me.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling, man. Yeah, look, we can go through the whole thing, bro. Re-signing Furkan Korkmaz to a 3-year, $15 million contract. Horrible. Horrible. Daryl Morey's obsession with James Harden and not being able to put any players on his team because he gave up assets to get Harden, then had to try to trade him and get assets in return. And he got assets in return, but it was too late. He couldn't sign anybody in the offseason because he didn't have any damn cap money or any picks to make any trades. What else did I want to say? What other moves do I hate? Oh, Daryl Morey refusing to trade Tobias Harris for 3 seasons. I mean, here we are, Here we are, and I don't know. I'm losing confidence in Daryl Morey. But again, we won't know if you can do anything until you know how long Joel's going to be out. Aussie Sixers fan, let's try you again, my man.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
How are you, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating listening and watching these games at the moment.
Oh yeah,
not gonna
absolutely, absolutely, man.
I wanted to say you started the show with that that Morey is sleeping in a mirage. I was like, mate, that's no mirage. Morey is definitely sleeping.
That's no mirage. He's really asleep.
He's really asleep, and I am pretty sure that there is not going to be a single trade happening in the next couple of days. I reckon we're going to be waiting until the off season.
Yeah.
I reckon we're going to wait until we hear a bit more about Embiid. I don't think we're trading Embiid. I'm pretty certain on that. But yeah, I reckon, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen.
Toast this season. Definitely toast this season, and we're just not going to get any further until next.
Yeah, we won't know if we get some really good news and Joel Embiid is coming back in 2 months, and we feel like he might be available for the first round of the playoffs. Then maybe you do something. But if you get bad news and it's completely torn or whatever it was, whatever the longest, it's going to take him 6 months to get back to playing basketball, then we're done and there's no reason to make a trade anyway. I I don't think Daryl Morey
Yes.
can do anything to help this team right now until you know what the Joel Embiid situation is.
And the Joel situation is how long's a piece of string? Like, we can't keep speculating that we're going to do something with somebody who just is so unreliable, I guess, as far as health is concerned. I mean, he's obviously great when he's healthy. He's freaking amazing. He's a generational player, but it's the fact that we can't keep him healthy, or he can't keep himself healthy. I'm not sure why he insists on playing, because that's what it sounds like. He's insisting on playing on these small injuries, and it's just making shit worse, basically. And it's frustrating.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I agree, bro. What else you got, bro?
No, that's about it, mate. My main take is that we aren't making any major changes until the off season, and I can pretty much guarantee that Tobias Harris is going to be on this team next season.
No,
unfortunately.
Oh, why would that happen?
Why would they do that? But yeah, it's the shit thing is that I think Morey and I think Nurse, I reckon probably even Josh Harris, I reckon they all love him. Harris probably just loves him because he's got the same last name. That's all Josh Harris would even know about him. But yeah, I reckon it's just the fact that they all love him, and he seems to pull off these stupid games where he actually does something for the team, and looks like he's going to be good for a couple of games, and then he just disappears again.
Yep.
He goes back to that mirage, mate. He goes back to the mirage.
Goes back to the mirage, man. Hey, brother, thanks for calling all the way from Australia. I appreciate it.
No worries, brother. Catch you.
Aussie Sixers fan, man. You know what kind of sicko you have to be in Australia and be wasting your time watching this team. I don't know how we turned you into a Sixers sicko, but we did. Daryl Morey, I don't think he's going to do anything either. I mean, unless you get some miraculous good news about Joel Embiid's recovery time, I don't think anything's happened at the trade deadline, because the Sixers fans need to realize, I know that Sixers fans see this and they're like, we're going to fall out of contention. We're going to fall to the damn 10th seed if he doesn't do something now. You got to do something now. Why? Daryl Morey's sitting back saying, why would I do that? I don't care if we fall out of contention, because without Joel Embiid, we're out of contention. It doesn't matter if you're the 5th seed or the 10th seed. You're not winning anything without him. And if you're not getting him back, it's over. And Daryl Morey's not looking at this season. At that point, he's looking at next season. And then he's getting paid millions of dollars to do nothing, because there's nothing for him to do if you're not getting Joel Embiid back. That's how I feel, man. We got 2 more on the Discord. 919120. What's going on? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being patient. 919, are you awake? Did you fall asleep waiting on me? 919 going once. All right, 919's not there. Ant is in the Discord. Ant. Hey, yo, Ant. What's going on, Ant?
What's going on, DJ?
What's up, man?
I just got to start off by saying we chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler.
Do you think that's the real story, though?
Yo, bro.
That's what Jimmy Butler claims, but it doesn't make much sense.
It just shows the fuck. Oh my god, the mindset behind our front office is trash.
Well, what I think happened was Jimmy Butler was like, "Listen, this Brett Brown guy has no idea what he's doing. This Ben Simmons guy is a total fraud. I'm not playing here unless you give me the keys." And Josh Harris was like, "No, dude, we don't know who you think you are." And they told him no. And he was like, "Then I'm out of here." And then they panic signed Tobias Harris because he was going to leave too, and they overpaid him. I don't think they had a choice of Jimmy or Tobias. I think really they chose Ben Simmons and Brett Brown at the time. But either way, they fucked up.
All stupid. Our front office is crazy. And then I don't know, man. Like I'm waiting for Daryl to make a move. I want him to just make a big move. I understand like Joel Embiid is questionable. We don't know when he's coming back, but it's like we should have made a move earlier. That way the guys got more time to gel if we do get a new star. So now it's like we're looking at getting somebody big, and we got to hope that they can gel with the team before we go in the postseason. So now it's like really too late. We might as well wait for the postseason to make any moves.
Well, who are we talking about? Who's this star? Who's this big player that's going to come in and change the whole trajectory of the team? I don't.
Anybody who can draw enough attention away from Joel Embiid. Maxey's cool, but I need like a. I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like
I don't see any stuff unless I just see DeJounte Murray and maybe DeMar DeRozan. I don't. Who else is?
I like DeJounte. I'm just afraid of how well he can mesh next to Maxey. We would have to take Maxey off the ball a little bit more and then put DeJounte on the ball.
Yeah,
but
I'd be fine with that. But what I'm saying is, if you don't get Embiid back, you're still not winning anything with even trading with DeJounte Murray.
Exactly. And then it's like, get rid of Tobias Harris yesterday. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. I just it would be nice for there to be this star player you could trade for and save you, but I don't see this star player out there. Somebody on Twitter told me if we can just flip assets for 2 elite players, I'm like what? Who? What? How are we gonna do that? Yeah, that'd be nice.
I like Brandon Ingram as a shot in the fucking desert if you're.
Yeah, I don't think the Pelicans are trading him.
They're not giving up Brandon Ingram. Who are we fucking kidding? We're desperate at this point. We're just trying to cope.
Exactly. That's what's happening. We all need to realize it is over. I can't sell you. Still, man. I can't sell you hope like Josh Harris does, man. I can't sell you hope. But thank you.
Eagles out. Phillies went out. They're our only hope, and this is what we have. The Sixers and Joel Embiid with a torn meniscus. We're fucked. I'm
wearing a Phillies hat because spring training can't come soon enough. I want to watch some kind of sport that might be fun.
I don't know if you want to do that, man. We're just we're bad all around the board.
You might be right. All right, Ant, bro. Thanks for calling.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Shout out to everybody calling the show after this terrible performance against the Dallas Mavericks, after a terrible performance against the Brooklyn Nets, and there's probably a lot more terrible performances in our future. What else we got, man? Let's look at should I even look at the stat sheet? No, because I don't fucking care, dude. It's too hard. That's what I mean. It's hard to do this because why would I even talk about the game that we just watched? You know what I mean? Like, what's really the point of me talking about the game we just watched? We got beat. We collapsed in the fourth quarter. That's the story, you know? I love you guys coming in here and talking to me about it. We're over on Twitter. Sixers Greg said a bunch of G Leaguers on the court, and Furkan is still the worst defender out there. Well, I'll put him up with, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's bad. He's very bad. Let's see if we can get some takes from some of these Sixers pages, man. What's the page that I always go to? It's called Sixers. Dude, man, I forget, man. We'll see. We'll just type in Sixers and see what we come up with, man. What do we got? Brian Toperick, man. I still think the Sixers make the playoffs. Ooh, this is a hot take, Brian. Brian, this is a hot take. Let me get this fully on the screen here, man. I still think the Sixers make the playoffs. But if they don't win a first-round series, Paul Reed's $7.8 million salary for next year becomes non-guaranteed. That's on top of the $55 million in cap space the Sixers could already create. Okay, cool. I can't wait. Once again, I've said this before. I'll say it again. These people that are obsessed with cap space. For what? For who? I need you to tell me who the player is. Who gives a shit if you have a bunch of cap space? I can't wait to hang up the cap space trophy. Look, we sucked. We tanked. The season went down the drain, but at least we won the cap space trophy. I hate it, bro. I hate it. Stop talking about cap space. Nobody cares. Tyrese Maxey is in the 3-point contest during All-Star break. That's cool. I like that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, look, we get to root for something. We get to root for something, bro. We get to root for something. We get to watch the All-Star game and root for Maxey in the 3-point shootout. Mr. Rudy, you're right. We never have cap space, and then you don't have to sign all the buyout vet minimum guys because you actually have money to work with. So you're right. Cap space does matter. I'm just, that's how teams end up with the Malcolm Brogdons on their teams and DeJounte Murrays and Kyle Kuzmas and like these at least mid-level NBA players that can play. And we're so top heavy and not deep because we haven't had cap space forever. Here's Tobias Harris after the game. Oh, this should be good, bro. Let's come on, Tobias. Give us the delusion we're all looking for. All right.
Yeah, we have the confidence that we can win, and we know we can. But it's going out there and fulfilling that, and really, guys, embracing this opportunity.
Opportunity.
A certain point in time, guys are fighting for minutes to get out there. Now the minutes are presented, so the opportunity's here. Let's figure it out.
All right, I've heard enough. You're totally wrong. You guys aren't good enough to win without Joel Embiid, and I hate your sweater. Thank you, Tobias Harris. What else we got here, man? The Morris brothers. Joel was out there, man, and he looked depressed sitting there. He's upset that he's injured. He's upset that he can't help it. But, what can you do, man? A little Jaden Springer love here from Sixers Justin. I don't see this team winning any games without Joel Embiid. I don't even think we're going to make the playoffs without him. We have a long few months ahead of us. Woohoo! Man, it is bleak out here. I think that's the problem. RB said Sixers are about to re-sign Trez and Danny Green and then pick up Kyle Lowry and call it a deadline. Yikes. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you're looking for this. What player is going to give us something that's exciting to watch? Yeah, if Maxey goes off and he's hot and he gives you 51 points, you can win some games. But Tyrese Maxey can't do it all by himself. It's just I don't know what else to say, dude. Did we get any quotes from Nick Nurse or something, man? Where's Keith Pompey? Keith's asleep, dude. He doesn't care. Keith doesn't care. He went to bed. He doesn't care. Look, I bet the last time he tweeted was 9 hours ago. Oh, 4 minutes ago. Shorthanded Sixers slide without Joel Embiid continues and lost to Mavericks. Nick Nurse quote on Joel Embiid. I guess that's all we really get. Is there a Nick Nurse post-game show? Can I I need to hear something, dude. I need to hear something. Shout out to 296 Sleepy Keith. 296 people in here. Hit the like button for us even being here, okay? Nick Nurse on Joel Embiid earlier. I feel really bad for him. He's a competitive dude. We feel bad too. What did you say after this game? 54 minutes ago. Nick Nurse on Jaden Springer and his defense. Don't really care about that. Nick Nurse points to three things that went. Okay, here we go. We got a minute. Of Nick Nurse's press conference. Let's see what happens. Let's see what he's saying, man. He's not going to say anything that makes me feel good.
I think that again, I just do not like want to make excuses. That some of those guys are out there and they're not even close to 100%, and they're trying their best and they're just running out of gas because of some of the illness stuff they're coming off of.
Dude, why is everybody sick? I don't get it.
I'll start there. If we can get the guys that are here back to a little bit of rhythm and.
All right, you know what? I lied, Nick. That did make me feel a little bit better. Okay, we were without Batum, we're without still DeAnthony Melton, who has the back thing. And if you're telling me these guys ran out of gas because they still have this flu that seems like it's worse than COVID was in 2020, then I have no choice but to believe you.
And some extended plays, we're not having to take them in and out all the time and all that stuff that.
What the fuck, Nick? So a healthy Martin is going to take us to the conference finals? Peter!
That's where it's got to start. the thing that's sticking in my head right now is I don't think we executed the blitz offense package tonight worth a darn. And that's disappointing to me because we
worth a darn. I'm gonna need a little bit more fire from you, Nick. Okay, worth a darn. All right, say worth a damn or shit or something.
Right now is I don't think we executed the blitz offense package tonight worth a darn. And that's disappointing to me because we work on that all the time. We know that that's coming and we have that thing and we just didn't get it executed. And the other thing, like I already mentioned too, is we're going to get by people and we're going to get it to 6, 8, 4 feet and we're going to take some verticals or chests or forearms or whatever. We still got to be able to score them.
Yeah, I saw Maxey do that. He's talking about Maxey. He's talking about Maxey getting in the lane and trying to get these little bump and run foul calls where he fades away, and the refs just straight up weren't giving him the calls in this game, and he kept doing it. And he's absolutely right. If you're not getting the forearm shiver foul call, you got to find a different way to put the ball in the hoop.
We'll score them. We just can't go down there and go. I got looked at our paint percentage tonight, but that probably ain't good. It ain't good enough.
Okay, that's what we got from Nick Nurse, I guess. I don't know if there's really anything else. Luka Doncic had a triple-double. Sixers Galaxy 4 hours ago. That's the last time I think they tweeted. This is the page I was looking for. Maxey's going to be in the All-Star game. 41 minutes ago, they tweeted about the Clippers. Dude, fuck you, man. Sixers Galaxy. The Clippers are looking scary. We'll see how they perform in the postseason, but their offensive... Dude, I follow you to tell me Sixers shit, and you're going to remind me that the Clippers are looking scary? Cool, bro. Cool story, bro. Talk about Sixers. The hell? Notable first half performance. Okay. Anyway, that's all we got. The live reply to Philly Sixers. I like the page, by the way, but I guess there's nothing to say after this game. I was hoping somebody else could tell me something. But hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. We're all in the same situation here with this team. We got to watch it. And the thing is, you have to watch it knowing that it can't change, bro. The roster's not good enough to win without Joel. It's not like when they were frustrating with Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris and Al Horford and those guys, and you were like, this team was supposed to be good, but they suck, so now I'm angry about it. We're watching this team now, expecting them to lose because they're not good enough. So what could possibly change the way that we feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Nothing really. But thanks for listening anyway. I love you guys. I'll see you very soon, man. Stay tuned. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn your notification bell on. Yeah.